Welcome back to the House of Cards, everybody. Thank you again for joining us. We're doing a fun video today. We're going to do a little bit of a price breakdown of some boxes I recently bought and my attempts to resell the cards that I pulled from those boxes and whether or not I made money. It's always a good question, right? When you're investing hundreds, even thousands of dollars into wax, and the last thing you want to do is lose money, right? It does happen, of course, but I think we're all in it to hopefully break even or make money if possible. Again, if you're in it just for the fun and the collecting and not reselling, then hey, that's fine. But for us out there that are doing this to maybe make a little extra money to buy other cards or what have you, there's always great opportunities there to do well. But as the market has changed and as grading costs have gone up and come down and done all the things, it's a lot more difficult now to really gauge if you can actually make money ripping wax. Of course, there's the occasional super rare like hit you'll get where you pull $1,000 card out of a $200 box. But let's just keep it real. And what I'm going to share with you today is probably a more realistic example of what you would get when you are buying wax. So before we get into it, like always, jump on in and subscribe, like the video, comment, let me know what you thought. Did I do it right? What would you do something different? But I'll kind of break down my thoughts and my processes as we go through this video so you can kind of understand it. So to start off, we ended up buying 3 boxes of Topps Update 2022 jumbo boxes, which are slightly more pricey than the standard hobby box. They guarantee you multiple autos and some other things that are a little bit more desirable when you're ripping. So I liked the jumbo boxes for that reason. So I purchased 3 of those boxes. The grand total for all 3 boxes came out to $663.43, which is on average about $220 a box. So that was my investment that I got. Of course, me being the degenerate, I couldn't help myself but rip them all and not save any of the boxes. But I wanted to see what I could pull out of it. Obviously, the chase this year is Julio, Bobby Witt, Spencer Torkelson, Jeremy Pena. The list goes on and on and on. So tons of great rookies in this product. That's why I went a little bit heavier than I usually do. I'm not a big wax guy, but I thought for this specific example that a product that I haven't seen come out with this many amazing rookies in it for a while, so I definitely wanted to grab some. So first of all, we'll break down what I've been doing as far as sales, because again, there was initial sales that I did right away, which were raw sales that I did on eBay and then also at card shows, and then there is some cards that I sent in for grading, which I got back, and I will show you those and we'll go over the values of those as well. And then at the end, let's see how close we got to that $663.43 that I invested. So that's kind of what we're going to go through. All right, so first and foremost, let's talk about the card shows, because I don't want to spend too much time on this because it's not much I can really sort of document here for you. But I had these cards out in my value bins for probably the last month, let's call it a month or so. The product dropped around the end of October, early November, and I've had probably 3 or 4 shows since then, so I've had them out. Now these prices are super varied. People buy these things in bulk and they add deals and all kinds of stuff happens at card shows, right? So I'm being very general with these numbers for what I sold at the card shows, right? So I put pretty much everything into my value bins that was either a color, that could be a gold foil, a gold, out of 2022. It could be silver, refractors. It could be a lot of different things, right? But I just kind of threw them all in there. And then of course there's like the base cards of the rookies that I didn't feel were quite good enough for grading, but they're still solid, right? Probably get 9s or 8s or whatever, but these weren't the ones that I cherry picked out for grading. So Julio's, all that kind of stuff. So those kind of base key rookie cards probably range anywhere from $1 to like $8, right? Your Bobby Witts and your Julios are going to go for a little bit more. Then your Penas are a little bit just slightly below, and then you got Torkelson and O'Neal Cruz, and those guys are going for a couple $3, right? So I think all in all, so far, and I haven't sold all of them yet, but we're just going to kind of estimate the value of those, just assuming that I do blow through all of them eventually. I'd say they're about $150 worth of cards. I have a lot of cards. I got 3 jumbo boxes. It produces a ton of cards. I would probably pull, between the update and the base rookies for each rookie out of each box, probably 4 to 6. So you can multiply that times 3. I might have 12 to 18 Julio Rodriguez has come out of those 3 boxes. So you can kind of see how the value is there. So we're going to put $150 value on the kind of, base, cards and or color cheap cards that people just grab for, set collectors and stuff. So $150 is our starting point for the raws. I did sell some key raws on eBay as well, which I'm going to share with you right now. These were the ones that were really nice cards. I just didn't really want to kind of go through the work of grading them, because I didn't, whether I don't want to grade them or maybe the timing, you kind of want to sell as quick as possible in a lot of these things, because if you're the first one out with a nice card, sometimes you'll get top dollar if you're selling it within the first week of release. So we'll kind of show you what I did here. So 2 of my box toppers here I sold. These were what come on top of each of the boxes, and these were basically the 2 Acuna and the Tatis. These screenshots just show kind of best offer accepted, but I believe I got about $10 for those. All right, and then next, this Bryce Harper. This was right during the World Series, I believe, or right after World Series. Sold this, so I listed it for like $10. I think I got like $8 for it. So we're at 18. This was probably the biggest sale. This was the SSP of Jackie Robinson that I pulled from one of the boxes, which was a really nice pull. I had it listed at $80. I think I took the best offer of $70, so that's a pretty nice one. So there's about $88. This Julio here, this is the foil version. This is the rookie update version, so not the key one, not the key rookie. Had it listed at $39.99. I believe I accepted $29.99 for it, so that's $30. So that's $118. This was just a base, kind of black gold insert in the boxes. Believe I sold this for $20, so that's $138. And then this was a really random one. This came in one of the extra bonus silver packs. This Larry Walker auto out of 25. I know, kind of random. Ended up selling for $30, so pretty solid deal. So $168. All right. Okay, so those were the cards that I sold all together with the base cards for the value boxes. So we had $150 for the base cards, $168 for the singles that I sold on eBay. So we are at a total of $318 so far. So not bad. So we're almost halfway there already in terms of recouping our value. So that was nice. All right. Now let's move on to our graded cards, which I just got back here from PSA, which I did pre-open it, because you guys all know, if you've gotten graded cards back, how fun these boxes are to open. I've not actually cracked it out yet, but we will open that. So I want to make sure too that we deduct any grading. Actually, that doesn't matter, because we're just showing the total value. But I guess no, we got to count the grading, right? Because that's an investment cost that was put into this as well. So just to give you guys a quick idea of how quick these came back, I'll show you the paperwork. I'll go over it with you. So these were sent in on November 18th, or at least that's the date that they entered them in. So I think the submission date was November 14th. So sent them in. These are at $15 a card, so got it for a nice price there. 10 items total. So the total cost there was $170. So we will minus that out, and that was of course with the shipping too. We'll minus that out from the total of what these come out to. So we'll have an equal sort of playing field of how much I invested into these, and then what the actual value comes out to. Okay. So here are the 10 cards. Oh. And we will go through these one at a time just to get a nice quick rundown. What I did too is I went onto eBay, did my best to find comps for these. Again, since since it's less than a month old as far as this set goes, we're not going to have like a ton of comps yet. So some of these I don't have comps for, so we're just going to guess. And then some of them I might have like a raw comp for, which we'll use as sort of a proxy. So we'll get close. We're not going to be perfect, right? This isn't a perfect science here, but we're going to get close, right? Okay, so the first one here, this is the Julio Rodriguez. This is the commemorative patch card. So I just like this card. I thought it was kind of a cool card. It's got the It's got the little Jackie Robinson patch in it, so got a 9 on that, which is actually not bad for these thick cards. So there's that. That's, you know, it's nice as an RC card. It's got the patch, nice Julio card. So what we have here as far as value goes, I have a raw copy here that sold not too long ago for $21.50. So that was, you know, a raw copy. As we all know, nines are just slightly above raw, so they're not going to go for like a super premium above raw, but they'll go for, you know, somewhere kind of close, right? And I'm just going to kind of jot down some numbers as we go here, just so we can kind of keep track. So this one, I think, let's give it a value of $30. I think that's about fair for a 9 if the raws are selling for around $21.50. So there you go, nice looking card there, Julio commemorative patch. All right, next one is the Bobby Witt Jr. This is the gold out of 2022, so I was happy to pull this. I thought this card was super clean, but it did not quite get the total, but got a 9. So centering on this is really beautiful. I think it was, it might have just been like a surface issue or something. I really don't know. It just definitely seemed close enough to get a 10, but it didn't. So anyways, the here is the most recent 9 that sold for $56. So again, these would have 10, you know, this would have been a real different scenario. But again, we want to be realistic here, because again, not every card that comes out of a box is going to 10. So, and again, it's also apparent that it tops, the update this year is really bad as far as the centering went. Tons of the cards were off-centered, and even the chrome that have been opening recently have been super off-centered. So again, I think it's going to be, the scarcity of the 10s is going to be pretty prevalent here moving forward. All right, here's another one I just graded because, I don't know, it was a rookie card, it was numbered, I thought it might be a decent thing to grade. So this is the red foil out of 199 there, the Jhoan Duran. He's really exciting because he's a flamethrower. He pitches, you know, in the 100 mph, so definitely he got up to 102. So pretty crazy stuff there. So he's an exciting pitcher. I usually don't really care too much about you know, pitchers especially that aren't on my team, which is the Mariners, but you know, I figured why not. It was a nice card, looked clean. There you go, got a 10. So this is one, again, there are no comps for this card, so I'm just going to kind of put a guesstimate on what the value is. I'm going to say it's about $30. I think that sounds fair. Nice looking card though, a nice little color match with the Minnesota red. Yeah, I think it's a nice looking card. Okay, some Minnesota fan will really appreciate that. All right, next we have this Vladimir Guerrero. This is the 87 throwback, which is, you know, they've been using that as kind of the insert in these sets recently. So this is a nice, just kind of, you know, base auto here. Nothing crazy. Nice on-card auto, though. Pretty good. Got a 9 on it. So, yeah, pretty nice, clean copy, though. I thought it might do better than a 9, but you know, it's okay. It's a 9. So this one, again, no comps at all. There's not even a single cell even raw of this card, which I was a little bit surprised about. But I don't know. I think a Vlad auto and a 9 and kind of a, you know, unnumbered sort of base auto. I could put $100 on it. I think that's a fair price. So there you go. I was actually really happy to get that. I've actually been collecting Vlad pretty heavily for the last year or so. All right, here's a super cool one. This was the Ken Griffey Jr. SP. So this is the short print. Yeah, just a cool card. Griffey, obviously I'm in Seattle, so you know, it sells really well out here. And this one came back a 10. Cool picture. There you go, the nice SP of Griffey and a 10. Probably a very low pop at this point. So there is one comp on this, and it's about, you know, $89, call it $90, which I found was kind of low, but it is the SP, not the SSP, so it is what it is. But yeah, super clean copy. I was happy to get that. So we'll add that number to our tally. All right, moving on. So I believe this is just the, no, this is the SP Bobby Witt too. So I got the Griffey SP and I got a Bobby Witt SP. Pretty much all my other SPs were kind of junk, but well, no, I guess the Jackie Robinson was good that we sold earlier, but a couple of the other ones I got were really like $5 cards. But anyways, the Bobby Witt SP. This one got a 9, and this is an unfortunate one because this is the one I was kind of banking on to get a 10 because it looked really clean. I don't know. It kind of perplexes me of why I just got a 9, but I'll you know, accept my fate for what it is and move on. But yeah, this is a nice card. There's only been, yeah, one comp of an, actually there are no 9. So what I did, I just used kind of a raw comp, and I was going to add a few bucks to it for the 9. So here's a raw copy that sold for $114 raw. So I think a fair comp on this would probably about, well, you know, let's call it 125. I think that's a fair comp. So there you go, Bobby Witt SP and a 9. Add the 125 here. All right, and next, George Kirby. It's a little bit of a homer move. This is something, Kirby's one of our young pitchers for the Mariners, so I just graded his base card, got a 10. So nice copy there. Anyway, so nothing crazy, but I figured might as well grade it. I'll throw 20 bucks on this. Probably not much more than that. All right, and then we got a base Julio here. This is just standard, you know, a million of these out there. And this one got a 9. So this one's about 20 bucks also, and a 9. So add that in. All right, and then we got another Julio. And this one got a 10. So the 10s go for about 65 bucks. So we'll add that. And then we got the last one is the Bobby Witt base, and that got a 10. And the Witts go for about 50 bucks. All right. So there we have it. So those are the 10 cards that I graded, and you can imagine how many Julios and Witts that I pulled from that, and only got, you know, a couple there that were grade worthy, because I mean it's a pretty you know, like I was saying, you get probably 3 to 4 of each rookie base card in every box. So, you know, a dozen or so, you only pull out 1 or 2 that look good enough to grade, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to add all this tally up real quick, and this will give us our total for the graded stuff here, which I think, you know, we did pretty good on. So let's see here, 125, we'll do my math here, 190, 210, 230, 280. All right. And then over here we got 190, 220, 250, 306. Okay, so the grand total for all the graded stuff is 586. Okay, so 586 for those, and then we got to minus out the 170. Because that was our fees that we paid to the PSA. So that leaves us a total profit of $416. And again, we gotta sell them, right, guys? This isn't just, you know, rocket science. It's, I mean, we gotta go out and sell these. But these are pretty liquid cards, especially the, you know, the base rookies and 10s and stuff sell really easy. So $416 is our total here. And then what we ended up making on the other two, the online sales, sorry, the eBay sales, right, and then the in-person value box sales was $318. So the grand total for the potential profit on this is $734, and we spent, again, 3 boxes, $663.43. So that leaves us a whopping profit. Let me do my math. And $81.43. Well, you know, was it worth it? Of course, it's super fun to rip. Now, you know, our fortunes could have changed a lot if, let's just say, you know, this got a 10. This would probably be a $400 card, right? Or if, you know, if this got a 10, this would be a, you know, couple $100. So again, there's a lot that goes into it, you know, a lot of risk and variables, but again, this is fun, right? This is the hobby we all love. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I think that was a fun breakdown of just sort of, you know, how you can make money or lose money ripping. But I'd like to just say, you know, I'm happy that it came out a little bit ahead, and you know, I'll do it again 10 out of 10 times. So anyways, thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Again, like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and again, subscribe if you haven't. That'd be awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Peace.